Near Langxi village, 3 dead bodies have been discovered. Someone killed the local handyman. A police squad led by Officer Ren Yufan, who is in the area tracking drug traffickers, realizes the criminals plan to smuggle the illicit substances inside these 3 corpses. The bust is only partially successful. One of the criminals escapes with the drugs, forcing Yufan and his team to extend their stay in the area. Chinese online cinema passed its commercial peak several years ago. In 2021, over 80 films crossed the psychologically significant box office threshold of 10 million yuan. By 2022, that number had dropped to about 50, and last year in 2024, only a dozen pictures reached that coveted mark. Analyzing the reasons for this phenomenon would take too long, but one can draw a parallel with the Hong Kong film industry, which went into a similar decline 30 years earlier in 1993, primarily due to market oversaturation with repetitive, formulaic content. Simply put, people got tired of it. The first Drug Hunter was certainly no masterpiece, but it found favor with Chinese audiences. They appreciated its brisk, genre-pure plot with minimal moralizing and propaganda, its well-chosen cast, and its decent, by online movie standards, action. Consequently, it even made it into the top 20 highest-grossing online projects of 2022. With that level of success, a sequel was practically a given. However, the producers decided to make a clever move, one that would maintain continuity for the sequel without straying from the old formula. As a result, the cast of Drug Hunter 2 features a whopping 7 actors from the first film, but only Gao Jian is playing the same character as in the original, the uncompromising police inspector Ren Yufan. Everyone else took on completely new roles, which is confusing on one hand, but on the other, it's completely understandable. Why reinvent the wheel and change what works? They kept the continuity in other aspects as well. Drug Hunter 2 again hits the ground running, maintains a very dynamic pace, and wraps up in a compact 68 minutes. Within that time, director Wang still manages to tell a coherent and engaging story that finds room not just for crime, but also for a love triangle and the unearthing of a dusty family skeleton in the closet. Yes, there's perhaps a bit less action here than in the original, but the creators honestly try to surprise. For instance, in the film's opening raid, the police chase the criminals not in generic cars or motorcycles, but on small children's scooters, racing en masse along a forest path. It all looks strange, wild, and a little ridiculous, but the main goal is achieved. You'll definitely remember this chase. The same can't really be said for the film as a whole. Let's face it, even the first Drug Hunter didn't particularly stand out in its genre, and by the time the sequel arrived, the genre had been thoroughly worn out.